Remember when they made the sequel to The Mask? You don't? Well, they made the sequel to The Mask. Anyway, we're going to talk about it today on Talking About Tapes, which is what the show is called in 2021.
Yes.
Tapes, we're talking about tapes.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to leave a quick note in the beginning here. When we put out our Spawn episode last summer, a lot of fans, newer fans, were confused that it was Pedro's last episode. A lot of you weren't familiar with Pedro. You hadn't seen him before. Obviously, OGs from like 2020 and whatnot who've been here since the beginning, they all know Pedro. They all love him. Unfortunately, a lot of his episodes were copyright claimed and were taken off YouTube. But to honor his memory, since he's no longer with us, I decided to go back and re-edit some of the episodes, get rid of the copyright claims, and put them back on YouTube for the first time ever. So here's an episode all the way back from 2021 where me and Pedro talk about Son of the Mask. Enjoy. Hello, Pedro.
Hey, Tony. How's it going?
I'm glad you're masked up. You
Yep.
know, we're not quite out of this thing yet, but I do have to ask, are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I got the Pfizer's.
Oh. The Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, I got the Dove body wash one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's safe, because I'm vaccinated. I guess it's
Okay.
safe to take the masks off.
I assume.
Okay,
Hopefully we don't
okay.
get like roasted in the comments.
Well, it is 2021. A lot of people are sensitive about it in 2021.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's important to stay safe.
Mhm.
We heard about this winter of death coming. We have to be very, very careful. All right. We have to listen to Biden for the next 8 years if we want to get out of this.
Fudge.
Anyway, hi, Pedro.
Hey, Tony.
Things are going really well in 2021.
Oh, they're going great.
My show is taking off. I'm still with my long-term girlfriend, and we have that beautiful orange cat who I'm sure I'm going to be petting and loving for years to come.
Exactly.
We're all excited for
The
Marvel's.
new consoles just came out.
What was that?
The new consoles just came out. The Series X.
I
the
can't
PS5.
get it. I can't find one.
Yeah, those scalpers online are just...
I know. And hey, look, we're all excited for the Eternals, baby. I got the shirt ahead of time. We're all excited for Marvel's The Eternals.
We really are.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, Pedro, I felt bad. I've been doing this show without you. And I was like, you know what? I feel like Pedro will be a fan favorite. So let's do an episode with Pedro.
Thank you.
And we're doing Son of the Mask. Of course, I talked about the first Mask on rental reviews.
Never heard of it.
It's only been canceled for like a year. You haven't
No.
gone back now.
I just found your channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this guy's gonna be big, so I wanted to hop on the train.
You got
right
in
now.
early on
Exactly.
Hackcoin
Yep.
with cryptocurrency jokes. Everyone loves cryptocurrency. They all can't wait to jump on the latest meme coin in 2021. Yes. I really love the original Mask. It's one of my favorite comedies. I think I saw it in theaters as a kid. I wore that tape out. I have it on DVD. Shout out to the fan who gave me this mask toy.
That is actually scary.
And it's terrifying.
It is.
Pedro, what do you love about the original Mask?
Never seen it. I'm being brutally honest. I've never seen it. All I know is that Jim Carrey's in it. Cameron Diaz is in it. It's based off a comic.
Pedro, it's still early days here of the Hack the Movies Talking About Tapes podcast. But going forward, I think it's important that a lot of people on the show watch the movies. Now, you know, in a few months, I have my friend Riley coming. He's bringing his girlfriend, Mint Salad, and he assured me that she's going to watch the Power Rangers movie before we review it.
Which one?
The very first one.
Oh.
Yeah, so why don't you be more like Mint Salad and actually watch these movies ahead of time? How did you even get through Son of the Mask? Wouldn't you have been lost in the plot and not understand the backstory?
No, because we'll get into it. We'll get into it when we get into the plot.
If anything, they over-explain
Exactly.
everything.
They give you too much.
So I remember when this was coming out. Everyone was like, wow, The Mask 2, The Mask 2. I know there was that contest where a
Yeah.
guy won a chance to be in The Mask 2. I actually was in contact with that guy.
Oh, really?
And I wanted them to be on the show. but I think they just wanted to be on Cinemassacre.
Ah.
Because when that ended, they stopped talking to me.
So you had to get with the second best.
Or maybe I forgot to respond. This was a week ago in 2021. But yeah, so I was like, oh, cool, Mask 2. I guess I'll see it. And then like Jim Carrey didn't come back. And I was like, ow. And then it was Jamie Kennedy, which I liked Jamie Kennedy. I enjoyed the Jamie Kennedy experiment. But I started seeing previews and I went, no, I don't want this. It was about a baby versus a dog.
From the director of Cats and Dogs.
I am Loki, god of mischief. Give me my mask! I take my doggy.
A really bad cartoon baby versus a scary cartoon dog.
Now, I think this came out in 2004, the second one, right? July
think so, yeah.
4th.
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah.
I was the target audience, obviously.
Yes.
I think I saw this in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, probably for my birthday, because this came out 5 days before my birthday.
That was a terrible birthday, probably.
Probably.
You probably loved it.
Yeah, probably as a kid, I was like, this is the best movie ever. But obviously, as you grow up, you're like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. A lot went wrong with this movie.
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
We were looking up some stuff about it. Apparently, Jamie Kennedy was on the fence about even doing it. He eventually decided to do it.
Yeah.
I believe the director had like creative control taken away. I think. I don't know if Jamie Kennedy's put a video out on his YouTube channel in 2021 yet, but I think he did a full interview with that director, or will be doing a full interview with that director. But yeah, so I skipped seeing it in theaters. I eventually watched it when it was on like HBO or something.
Yeah, this is a lot. Like, I remember growing up with like Dish and stuff, having those channels, and it's like Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
So many times.
And I remember watching it. Until today, I don't know if I've actually I've probably seen all the movie, but I don't know if I actually saw it all through one sitting. But I remember I would just watch stretches of the movie and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This isn't good. I don't think it's anything like the comics. I've read some of the comics in preparation for the Rental Reviews episode, but I didn't read all of them. But the ones I did read, they didn't resemble this at all.
Yeah.
It really doubled down on the cartoony stuff from the first film.
It seems like they were just like, all right, so what do people like? They like Jim Carrey as the mask, obviously, but they like the mask more than the human parts, obviously. So they're just like, all right, let's just go out there with it.
And I think the director of this had just done Cats versus Dogs.
Yeah, which I also remember seeing. And I thought that was good as a kid.
I remember they did a sequel to it like 9 years later.
Yeah,
like
2012 or 2011.
I'm like, what kid even remembers this? But yeah, I guess we'll just get into this shit show.
Oof.
It opens up on Edge City, which was the city from the first film.
Yep. I remember that.
And it looks like Joel Schumacher's Batman.
It does. It seems like they just got on the what our brother said. Like, let's use it right here.
Yeah, so it opens up on Edge City. We see Ben Stein's character from the first film. He's doing a lecture in the museum about Norse mythology. And he's talking about Loki and Odin and Thor. And now the Loki thing was mentioned in the first film.
Okay.
But it was just an excuse for why the mask was magic.
Okay.
It didn't really play into the plot. It's just the trickster god made a mask, and that's why we're able to do everything.
Okay.
There was a deleted opening where Vikings come to America to bury the mask.
Okay.
And they're like, shouldn't we claim this land? And they're like, leave it to the Italians or something like that. So yeah, so there was a little bit of a deleted thing with more Norse stuff, but it was really just a sprinkling of a backstory.
Okay.
It did not matter that much. This movie goes all in on freaking the Odin stuff. And I like that Ben Stein is shitting on Loki.
Yeah, he's like, he's ugly.
While
He's a
Loki
loser.
is there,
Yeah.
played by Alan Cumming,
Yep.
who was Nightcrawler.
Yes, he was.
Oh, I forgot
my
my
favorite Nightcrawler.
I forgot my Alan Cumming action figure. I have it over there.
Ah.
And now he's going to be Nightcrawler again in Avengers Doomsday with, I believe, Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki.
That hasn't happened yet. It's 2021.
That is my prediction, that they will make a movie called Avengers Doomsday, And I think Alan Cumming will come back.
No way.
As Nightcrawler and be in a scene with Loki.
Is James Marsden coming back?
He might. He might. No matter what the team for the movie is. I think we all know the person leading the film will be, or the people leading the team will be the Eternals, baby. Which Eternal are you most excited to see?
I'm really excited to see Icarus. He's my favorite one.
I'm excited to see Judy Eternal. Also, point that mic towards
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Ben Stein is telling everyone what Loki can do, and he goes, he can even turn into a woman. And everyone goes, oh!
Hide your kids.
Hide your kids.
That's what one of the guys said. That's not me.
That's what they say in the movie. Obviously, we don't say that in 2021.
No, yeah. We are
We will
respectful.
actually get more progressive and tolerant as time goes on.
Exactly.
He reveals himself. He's got this big scary green face, and he gets pissed. He grabs the mask and then finds out it's fake.
It's fake. It's made from. It's made in Thailand.
Thailand, yeah. So he rips Ben Stein's face off and puts that in the display.
Where's my body? Come get me.
Somehow he lives.
Yeah, exactly.
The real mask is what was that?
Also, the cops, like, there isn't like an investigation. Like, this guy's face is in the.
Oh, okay. What museum has like 15 armed security guards?
Yeah, exactly.
And again, they're overboard with the cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of like specific to Jim Carrey's character because he liked cartoons and everything, and it was part of his personality. But now it's like everyone's cartoony.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone has to be just like him. Like, would have been fun to change it up a little bit.
Maybe in Edge City, maybe because Jim Carrey was like the thing. They were like, oh, I guess we all got to be like him, and they all become cartoony.
I guess so. But yes, the real mask is floating downriver.
Yep.
Because it was thrown in the river at the end of the mask.
Yeah.
His friend went in to grab it, and I guess he missed it. And the dog went in to grab it, and I guess they lost the mask. So it floats down to, what's the name of the city? It's right outside of Edge City. It's another name for Fringe.
Yeah.
It floats to Fringe
City.
which is a rural area. The dog brings it home. The dog, Otis. Because the first movie, it was Milo.
Oh.
Like Otis and Milo.
Yeah. What's that a reference to?
Huh?
What's that a reference to?
That's a Disney movie. It's about like a pug and a cat.
Okay.
Don't look up the backstory. The animals go through some crazy stunts, and you'll probably ask yourself, wow, how'd they survive?
Oh.
They did it!
Wait, is that the movie where I remember watching a Disney Plus trailer where they toss like a wildcat off the cliff or something, and it's like...
Oh, no, that's Homeward Bound.
Ah.
That's Homeward Bound.
Damn, so they just killed animals?
Well, Homeward Bound, that was like a stunt thing. But
Oh, no, Otis and Milo.
The original Otis and Milo, yeah. It's,
Oh, my God.
You look at the backstory, and you're like, I don't want to watch that movie. I don't want to watch the movie.
That sounds crazy.
Homeward Bound, maybe that's a movie we'll review on this channel one day.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know if that review would do well if I ever were to do a review of it.
Or maybe it'll do super well.
You know what? You know what I think people really want to watch?
What?
An episode of the show that's all done with animals who have voices. I'm sure if I were to upload that video, it would get 1 million views.
Maybe 2 million views.
2 million.
Who would you get to voice the animals?
Probably me,
Okay.
Johanna, and I don't know. I'd have to find a third guy. Maybe when I go to Too Many Games this year, a guy named, I don't know, throwing out there like Joey.
Okay.
Last name starts with a C. Maybe he could be the third voice. But I don't know yet because it's only 2021 and I haven't done it yet. Anyway, Jamie Kennedy plays Tim.
Yep.
And he's afraid of having a baby with Tanya. They're visiting like his brother or her brother.
Someone, yeah.
Yeah, and they're looking at all the kids, and he has like a nightmare where he has like multiple children at once.
And they have vampire teeth.
And they have, he's all freaked out, and he wakes up from his dream. She's mad at him, and he's playing Nintendo.
Yeah, he's playing Game Boy.
Yes, and Tanya is played by the Monk lady.
Never seen Monk.
I used to watch it a little bit. I was looking up. I forgot. I'm like, that girl was cute. What else was she in? And it's literally, I'm sure she still is, but it's literally like this and then just like Monk. And they brought Monk back and she came back. You're like, oh, okay. She had a long career with Monk, I guess.
I mean, once you get those monk checks, it's just like,
They
why
are
am
pretty
I going
good.
to do anything else?
Good. He's playing Nintendo, and she's yelling at him for not wanting the baby. The dog has its own room.
Yeah, it's bigger than actually the room I used to have when I used to live in Allentown.
Are you jealous of this?
Oh, I am 100%. I'm like, for a dog, this dog's living the good life.
Yeah, it really is. He's got a bunk bed.
Why does he need
Who's
that?
he having over for
He's
a
got
bunk
dog house too, so he does not need the bed at all.
Tim finds the mask and he's like, "What the hell is this? What
Yeah.
did you bring here?"
He's like, if you're gonna bring junk, bring good junk.
Yeah.
Stupid dog.
And then we see Odin, played by Bob Hoskins.
Mario.
One day I will talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie with that not Puerto Rican John Leguizamo. He's not Puerto Rican.
No, he does. We do not claim him.
Why does he pretend to be?
Hey, man.
Well, I'm more mad that he pretended to be Italian, and I'm mad at Bob Hoskins for pretending to be Italian, the late Bob Hoskins.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he plays Odin. We're actually seeing Odin.
Yeah.
Do you think Anthony Hopkins watched the portrayal of Odin and took any notes from it?
Probably the yelling.
Yeah.
This man does yell a lot.
Bob Hoskins was still acting up until like 2010. I'm pretty sure Anthony Hopkins could have called him and be like, "Hey, so when you got into the character of Odin,
Give me some notes."
So yeah, he yells at Loki. He's like, "You gotta get that goddamn mask!" Because I forgot the mask had been buried for like hundreds of years, I think.
Okay.
And it was like they were drilling or something, and it awoke in the mask in the first movie. So I guess
that
that's
makes
why
sense.
Loki and Odin are looking for it now, because they're aware that it was used by Jim Carrey, we assume.
What the heck?
Yeah, so they're on the case. He's pissed. He's like, "You gotta find that goddamn mask that you should have made. Why can't you be like your brother Thor?"
Also, this is just plot.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just send Thor? Why would you send your loser son who can't do anything right?
Because it's Loki's mask. It's his
All right,
problem. He's
But
got to
still,
Thor's
send Thor.
Thor is fighting with the Avengers.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Tim and Tanya talk again about having a baby, and he doesn't want to have a baby yet because he's not established in his career. Because his job right now, he's an animator, but he's working at an animation studio as a tour guide, where he's dressed as a tortoise.
Yeah.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm Torpedo Tortoise.
Really good design. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It was cool.
And he's friends with Cal Penn, who's a
Yep.
motion capture guy. And they see the boss, played by Stephen Wright,
Oh, okay.
who does he's the guy on the radio for Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm a big fan of that show, Revenge of the Sis. Maybe I will review Reservoir Dogs one day with them in the future.
Who's your favorite Reservoir Dog?
Oh, Mr. Pink.
Okay.
100%. Who's your favorite?
I've never seen Reservoir Dogs. But if you ever review it, hopefully I can be one of the dogs.
I don't know. I think I'm going to do it with Royce Immersh instead.
Who's that?
From Revenge of the Sis.
Never heard of it.
They're a very popular show in 2021.
Oh, really?
You can find them on YouTube and not Rumble yet.
Oh, what's
So-
Rumble?
I don't know.
Oh.
I made up that name off the top of my head.
You should copyright that. And
But if it was a video platform, I think you'd be able to find my videos there.
Whoa. Will this be uploaded to Rumble when it makes? When
If Rumble exists in the future, I will upload this to it.
Awesome.
So yeah, Stephen Wright is the voice of the radio guy
Okay.
on in Reservoir Dogs. He's a bunch of other movies too. So yeah, he's like the boss there. He's like the lead animator.
Yeah.
And Cal Penn's like, "You got to pitch your idea to him. Pitch your idea to him." So he does, and it doesn't go that well. He gives Tanya a flip book that's like a cartoon animation of how much he loves her. Then he has to go to a party, but his costume sucks.
Yeah.
It's like it's werewolf victim, but he has an axe in his back.
Maybe it's like a horror movie victim. Like he just got it all. He got.
He says werewolf victim. I guess a werewolf could use an axe.
Maybe it's like Little Red Riding Hood inspired.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he lost the mask, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Just take that mask, the Loki one." And he's like, "No, it looks stupid." So he does. She has to stay home because she's working. He puts on the mask while he's in the car, and he transforms.
Yes.
He looks terrible.
Oh, it's so bad. Like
He looks so bad.
Don't you just love Halloween?
I hate his plastic hair.
Yeah, compared to like what it looks here.
Because he was just bald in the original.
Yeah, he was bald, and like they gave him like
the bad guy had hair, but I think he had real hair. This, it's like plastic.
Yeah, plastic. Yeah, it's like a toy.
And his fake teeth are too big, or they look too big. And I don't know what voice he's doing, but it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's trying to do like a hey guys, like a radio host.
He actually like doesn't seem anything like Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
The Mask was Jim Carrey like up to 11. This feels like a less funny Jamie Kennedy, to be honest. They do that stupid. He has to show his ID, and he pulls out his IV. Fucking. I was miserable watching this.
Oh yeah.
And I went, can't get worse than that. And then we get to the party scene, and the party sucks. They're singing I can't take my eyes off you. Everyone's bored, and the Mask is like, I'm gonna spice this up. And he sings a remix of I Can't Take My Eyes Off You, which starts off as a hip-hop thing. And then he turns into literally Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
I did like the diamond-studded mask belt buckle.
Yeah, that was cool.
I would wear that. I would actually wear that. So yeah, and he's singing like Neil Diamond, but it doesn't actually sound like Neil Diamond. And it's made more apparent when they actually play a real Neil Diamond song later. And now he's a cowboy.
Yeah, and he's like, I love you, baby. It's like, oh, this is... And then it's I like the scene. That's just me. That's my autistic brain working. I like it, but then as it goes down, it's when it goes to country, it's just like, oh, no, it's just bad. This is just... Obviously, you and the rest of the people in the comments will be like, this is the worst movie. This is the worst scene.
It's really bad. I have, God, this is awful, and it gets worse. So yeah, then he's dancing with everyone and doing tornado stuff, and the boss is there, and he's like, wow, that would be a great cartoon.
This is the part where you boogie. This is the part where you dance.
Then he tornadoes all the way home.
Yeah.
And has cartoon sex with his wife and blasts her full of mask sperm.
He just...
You know, it's not the only kid movie that has sperm in it. There's the Look Who's Talking movies. Okay. Osmosis Jones had a funny thing where there's a sperm in the background and says "Our Founder."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Pretty funny. But yeah, the CGI mask sperm. I was like, no. Oh. I thought the condom in the first mask was a little much, but the CGI mask sperm, I think, is way worse. And that's another thing with the first movie. If you ever were to watch it, it does get a little mature here and there.
Okay.
It's like, it's a serious world that he brings cartoony stuff to, but this movie, it's like everything is cartoony.
Yeah.
So the mask doesn't feel as special in this world. It's very bizarre. But yeah, he knocks her up with a mask baby. Everyone loves Tim now.
A mask baby.
Yeah. Everyone, if you're not vaccinated, make sure you mask up, baby. It's 2021. We're not out of this yet.
No.
Who knows when we'll be out of it.
Exactly.
People like Johanna keep going to their super spreader events. We're going to be in this for a while. We might not get Avengers 4. I heard they were going to do Kang.
With Jonathan Majors?
Probably.
He's my favorite actor.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got a long... I heard rumblings that he was going to be in Creed 3.
Oh, no way.
So unless you want to miss out on Creed 3 or Avengers Kang Dynasty, you better mask up. Anyway. 2021.
Nothing could go wrong.
His boss wants to make a cartoon based off his mask character.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got to work on this. And he's like, okay. By the way, every time they're at that cartoon factory, whatever it is, I keep seeing posters for something called Siamese Pope. And I really want to watch that. What's the Siamese Pope like? What is the plot to that? Are they both the Pope? Is only one of them the Pope? They need to make that into a movie.
I'd watch it.
We really should. So yeah, Tim gets the job, and Tanya reveals that she's pregnant already.
Yeah,
it's only been one day.
Yeah.
I guess that's just how masked sperm
Exactly.
work.
It's probably that.
So yeah, they go to the doctor, they find out she's pregnant, and then she throws up bubbles.
Yeah. And then he's like, is that normal? No, and it's not insured.
He's like, no, it's not covered by insurance. Yeah, so then we, go through the months. We see it dancing during the ultrasound.
Yeah.
It does do the Cuban Pete song from the first movie.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. And when I shake my maracas, they go chick, chicken, boom, chick, chick.
That's my favorite part of the first mask.
Huh.
I'm sorry I mentioned Cubans, okay? I know
That's
Puerto Ricans have an issue with the Cubans, all right?
You can talk as much shit as you want about them. It's all good.
Whoa.
We don't like them.
No, we love the Cubans.
Oh, we love.
Yes, we're all, we haven't shaken off Donald Trump's hate yet, but now that Biden's in office, we're all going to be one people
I'm sorry.
again. You're going to be less radicalized.
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's a boy!
Yeah, it's a little baby boy.
And Odin, with his all-seeing eye that he refuses to use to find the mask, is mad about this. And he lets Loki know. Loki, who's chilling on a beach.
Yeah, in a Speedo.
Yes, with little mask cartoons on it. He really loves that mask. Loki just wants his dad to love him, but he doesn't.
No.
And poor Otis gets evicted. They kick him out of his dog room, and he's in the doghouse outside.
I mean, you could have just kept him by, like, the door or
No,
something.
no.
Yeah, you had to kick him out of the whole house. Like,
No,
you
they
can't-
should have put him to sleep, to be honest.
No, yeah.
Got rid of him. The baby has cartoon powers.
Yeah.
We see it blow its head up like a balloon. The mom misses this.
Yeah, she's nothing.
Yes. And then Loki is a bumblebee.
Why didn't he just shapeshift into a maid outfit? Or, like, a nurse's outfit, I meant.
I don't know. He's doing it the whole movie. Why did he have to sting the girl to turn into her? And then, anyway, he's a nurse looking through the computers, and he prints out all the newborn babies. This is a lot like Omen 3. He's printing out the name of all the new babies born on that day.
Okay.
And unlike Omen 3, he's not going to murder all of them.
He just throws, like, one of them out the window.
Neil Diamond song plays. Thank the Lord for the nighttime. But the irony is that Jamie Kennedy hates the nighttime because his character Tim has to deal with his shit baby being an asshole.
What an asshole.
So yeah, and then things get worse because Tanya's like, I have to leave to New York for a week. And he's like, no! He's freaking out. He's like, take the baby. She's like, no, you'll be fine. He's like, oh God.
Honey, I have this really important job at this studio for this cartoon that I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is more important than the baby. You can take the baby. No.
Well, actually, her job is more important. She has like a real job.
Is it? I don't know. Animation's really hard.
I think her job pays the bills.
Pay your animators.
Yeah. So Tim has to work at home for a week. He was going to take the week off, but then he finds out that he has to have his drawings done by the end of the week. He's like, all right, I'll work from home for a week and I'll fax you everything because he doesn't want to lose the cartoon to Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
Which I thought was going to be a bigger thing, but it's not.
I thought he was probably going to get the mask at one point.
It seemed like that's where they were going. You know, the bad guy in the first one was like a mob boss.
Really?
Yeah. Who like killed people.
Did he kill any of them with the mask on? Like he put on the mask and he like did like a chainsaw or something?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's actually a character that he kills that got deleted. The lady that Jim Carrey's flirting with in the beginning, the reporter lady, she double crosses him.
Oh, really?
But they cut out her death scene.
Ah.
He throws her into the newspaper printing press, and then the newspaper prints out pictures of her being crushed.
Oh my God.
It's pretty funny.
That sounds
Anyway.
awesome. I gotta watch this movie.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I should have watched this to be like, oh, so that's what a good movie is. I watched a bad movie.
Honestly, actually watching them in reverse might make the first mask way better.
Okay. I know what I'm doing today.
You'll be like, actually, that's a great film. Now that I've seen the worst version of it, I'm excited to see it correctly.
Yeah.
Don't cover up the sign.
Oh.
Everyone knows in 2021, we never cover up the marquee that exists in 2021 episodes.
My bad.
This sign has always been here in 2021. And I was always 232 pounds in 2021. I definitely wasn't pushing 250, okay?
You look good for 2021.
Huh?
You look good for 2021.
Thank you.
You've been working out?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. You go to the gym during 2021? I could never.
I did. I mean, I do. I do. Not as much as I should, obviously. Okay. So yeah, he's trying to get work done, but the baby is crying nonstop and it's shitting itself. But it does say mama. And he gets real excited. He's like, oh, wow, he said mama. He's like, can you say dada? And it just keeps saying mama. And then it finally goes mother. That was in all the trailers.
Yeah, I remember.
That was like the only funny part in the trailers.
It's like, son of the mask, mother.
Yeah. So he's a little suspicious of his baby.
He's like, huh.
He's like, huh, okay. Loki is pretending to be a traveling salesman to hunt for mask babies.
Yeah.
He has no luck. He sucks a lady into a vacuum, finds a baby, and it hits him with a little baby rattle. Then Tim sits the baby in front of the TV to shut him the fuck up. And the baby watches cartoons and starts to get ideas. That night, Otis digs up the mask. We see the baby is studying more cartoons. Otis puts on the mask. How does he know the mask works? He wasn't.
Maybe he just put his face in it. He doesn't know that it works. I think he just put his face in it because it probably had a smell.
Maybe.
Maybe it smelled like Tim, and he's like, oh, I like that.
Maybe. But he puts on the mask and he's ready to murder that baby.
Yeah.
That when people said they're making a sequel to The Mask, I'm sure they all went, I hope it has baby murder in it.
Yeah.
And then we get to the best part of the movie, where they just play clips from the Michigan J. Frog cartoon.
Yeah.
Because I love that cartoon. What was the hello, my baby? Hello?
Yeah.
Well, I love that frog. He was the WB mascot.
Yeah, exactly.
In the 90s.
early 2000s and 90s.
What was... I had a tape. I think it was the Little Giants VHS tape. Opened up with the Michigan J. Frog cartoon. I used to just watch that cartoon all the time.
Yeah. That was like the thing, like going back to like back then when it aired.
Yeah.
Spaceballs did it too, like with the alien, with the xenomorph coming out, and it did the whole.
Yeah, everyone loved the Michigan J. Frog thing. So yeah, the baby gets an idea. He's gonna drive his dad insane, so he goes to jail. We don't know why the baby is so malicious toward the dad.
Maybe because
does it like blame the dad for the mom leaving? Like it doesn't understand? I don't know if we missed something. Was something cut out?
Yeah.
We never get why the baby specifically wants to fuck over the dad.
Maybe it's because of the mass sperm. One of them looked evil.
I don't know.
Maybe he has like
I don't know.
mass sperm.
Then the dog imagines a cartoon of him killing the baby and the parents thanking him. It's pretty dark.
You know who voices the dog?
Who?
Richard Horvats and Bill Farmer.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else have they voiced?
Invader Zim, Richard Horvats, and Goofy, Bill Farmer.
Like from the Goofy movie?
Yeah.
Goofy movie's like okay.
Yeah, I don't really see like everyone's like it's like a generational movie. Like, I saw it when I was a kid, and I
saw it in theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
As a kid, and I went, okay, that's Goofy movie.
Like,
and I never had a desire to watch it again.
Exactly.
Some people really love the Goofy movie, and even since I was a kid, I'm like, it's okay. It's
yeah,
Goofy.
exactly. I
don't
see.
care.
Like I like the extremely Goofy movie. I like the sequel more.
They made a sequel?
Yeah, they made a sequel.
Why?
I don't know.
I think we said all we needed to say about the
Exactly.
Hot take. I don't think Goofy needed his own movie, to be honest.
Mickey needed one more than Goofy.
Yeah.
Donald Duck. You could have done a DuckTales movie.
Yeah,
I mean, they did do one. They did do one. Like,
I
special.
guess so. Yeah.
But they could have done like a really budget one.
Kingdom Hearts sucks. Anyway.
What the fuck? Yeah. I love Kingdom Hearts.
No, it sucks.
Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out.
And I bet you it sucks.
It was good. I cried.
You cried at Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yes.
Why?
It's good.
What are you crying at?
Story.
What's the story? Like, I got a big sword and now I'm fighting the genie.
He doesn't fight the genie. He fights with the genie, all right?
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I've got a dumb little gun and I'm going to shoot.
He doesn't use a gun.
I'm going to shoot Ursula. Oh, boy. They have gun blades.
That's Final Fantasy.
Which is Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Kingdom
Final
Hearts.
Fantasy is Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts is Kingdom Hearts, and this is
Final Fantasy people are in Kingdom Hearts.
All right, but that doesn't mean they're the same thing.
Yeah,
No,
it's dumb. I remember being in high
you're
school
dumb, Tony.
when that first one came out. They're like, "Yeah, it's like It's Disney meets Final Fantasy," and I went, "What fucking loser wants to play that?" And turns out it was Johanna and a bunch of my friends, and you apparently. And I'm just like, this is, and I tried playing it twice, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, you probably
And you
like
can't
Mario and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, 'cause
you
you're
can't
old.
skip any of the cutscenes.
Yeah,
because
it's the story. You're not gonna skip the cutscene for the
story's stupid.
what the fuck?
Oh boy, we gotta get some hearts to
He's not in
save.
Kingdom Hearts 1. He
To
doesn't
save
say that.
Snow White.
He doesn't-
Oh boy.
Snow White's not in Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Donald Duck does sound like that.
Watch out! It's Tarzan.
No, they don't fight Tarzan. They fight Clayton. He's on a giant lizard's back. It's awesome.
It's fucking stupid.
No, that was stupid, actually.
Stupid. It's all stupid.
No, it's
all
not.
of
It's
Kingdom
good.
Hearts is stupid.
No, it's not.
Why are his shoes so big?
Because it's anime.
What are all those straps for?
Everybody roast Tony in the comments.
Why the fuck does he have so many straps?
Because
on
he's
his-
anime. You don't understand. He's cool. Play Kingdom Hearts 2. It gets better.
Why was there no Song of the South level? That's what I
That's a
wanted.
good question.
Zippity dude, zippity day.
Is this a little bit racist, guys? I don't think so.
Sorry, Cloud with Brer Rabbit. That's how good Son of the Mask is. We decided to just talk about Kingdom Hearts instead. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
the baby is dancing for his dad.
Yep.
To drive him nuts.
Yep.
And he even turns into Woody Woodpecker for a second.
Yeah, he does.
He tries to prove to his neighbor that the baby can sing and dance. And just like Michigan J. Frog, he doesn't sing and dance for the neighbor.
Yeah.
So she thinks he's crazy.
Crazy.
Loki's a plumber now.
Yeah.
And
You see his plumber's crack?
Yep, and he bumps into another wrong non-mask baby. The real baby, who I'm sure has a name, was it Alvy? It was Alvy.
yeah.
Yes, because his name is Tim Avery, like Tex Avery, and I'm sure Tim is a reference to.
Tim the Taylor Tool Man.
Sure. Yeah, so the baby breaks the fax machine and starts slamming him like Bam Bam. 'Cause
Yeah.
he was watching Bam Bam
They're like
earlier.
the Flintstones.
Yeah. So then the dog lures the baby into a trap, and I'm calling bullshit here.
About what?
The mask
Mm-hmm.
is not supposed to work during the day,
Oh, okay.
and it is daytime. That was a very big point in the first film.
Okay.
Because he said Loki was like the night god.
Okay.
Because there's a scene where he takes the mask to Ben Stein and he puts it on to show him it's real, but it's daytime, so it's not working.
Okay. You said Loki was a night god. Maybe it only works at night.
So yeah, it's bright daylight and the mask is working.
Maybe it has different powers with dogs.
Respect the lore.
That's fair. I respect that.
Yes. You know, in 2021, I'm really going to start a movement that we need to respect the lore when we do sequels and reboots and stuff, okay?
I hope with the Eternals coming out this year, I hope they really respect the lore.
I hope so too. Now, I don't know the comics, but I'm pretty sure they look exactly like they do in the comics, or else they will not be respecting the lore.
No.
I might have to start a YouTube channel where I complain about these things. I don't know. I don't know.
I hope they come back in King Dynasty.
How could they not?
I know this movie's gonna make $1 bajillion at the box.
It's a 2.5 hour long movie. Like they're
That's
setting
like an
up.
Avengers movie.
I know they're setting up for like the next big thing. It's got to be the Eternals and Shang-Chi. They're gonna lead this franchise forward. All right, and you know, maybe Captain Marvel too. Maybe that'll be the big one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited for the future of the MCU.
Yeah, exactly. It's very bright.
I'm just glad we'll get the X-Men. We're done with fucking Hugh Jackman. Anyway,
thank
back to
God.
this. So yeah, the dog lures the baby into a trap. He puts dynamite on the baby, but the baby counteracts it. It pretends to blow up.
Yeah.
And then the dog chews a bone, which then blows up. So there's baby versus dog stuff now. He comes up with more murder plans while Loki is dressed up like a Girl Scout.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah.
That's our Nightcrawler.
Yes, and now the baby is watching Transformers.
Yes.
And Tim has caught on that the baby is like mask powered and taking from cartoons. And he's looking at like the Transformers blow things up. And he's like, please don't murder me. Please don't murder me. Oh, and now he knows about Otis.
Yeah.
He sees Otis
like,
walking
no.
and he like passes out.
I would have gone insane if I just saw that. I'm like, take me out of here.
Otis attaches the baby to a hook that's attached to a truck with like a big spool. But of course, the baby counteracts it, attaches it to him, and it drags him all throughout the house onto a fan, which turns him into they love that tornado effect.
Yeah.
Turns him into a tornado, throws him all around the town. And he basically gets thrown into a washer machine, flattened, and he gives up.
I would too.
And then the baby still tries to kill him, and then Otis loses the mask. Well, the mask falls off him, and then he picks it up and gets rid of it. Then we get multiple piss streams. Yep. Was that not enough? Did you need a baby with 5 piss streams hitting Jamie Kennedy in the face?
I'm surprised it didn't do like a cannon. Like a cannon came out, just a bunch of shit hitting the face.
You know, I really remember Jamie Kennedy being the mask more than he was, but he's not.
No.
So much of the first movie is seeing Jim Carrey as the mask. So you get a Jamie Kennedy to kind of like ride on that, but then all the mask stuff is limited to Loki, the dog, and the baby. And Jamie Kennedy only wears the mask twice. And when he does, he is the worst part of the movie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How did this get so far?
Money.
Jesus.
We've gone too deep.
This is before they realized that like you kind of need Jim Carrey, because they also tried to do Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber when Harry met Lloyd.
Yeah.
And that didn't work
No.
out. Loki pretends to be a delivery guy. He knocks out Tim with a big fucking punching glove, a boxing glove. And then he texts the baby, but the baby doesn't act for him. So he's like, okay, this is another dead end. But then he sees Tim being real suspicious with the baby, and then he makes an exorcist joke.
Yeah.
Baby spins its head around and starts
and
vomiting up. And
everywhere.
Loki's like, son of a bitch, that's the baby. That's the baby I have to find. So yeah, Loki follows him, and then he demands for the mask. And Tim's like, I don't know where it is. And then Odin, who I forgot to mention, has been possessing people throughout the film.
I forgot about that.
He interrupts this by possessing like a male lady or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Loki corners them in an alley, and he throws a big grenade at them, and the baby blocks them and saves Tim. Odin possesses Tim, and he really should listen to Loki. Loki's like, no, you're holding the baby. And he's like, Loki, you suck. And he takes away Loki's powers. Much like Thor, like in Thor.
Do you think
Kenneth Branagh watched this?
Yep, exactly. You think he copied it? He's like,
Yes,
I
Son
can
of the
do
Mask
this.
was the blueprint.
Ah.
So yeah, now Loki is a regular person. And the baby crushes him with 2 dumpsters that don't kill him, even though they should kill him because he's a regular person.
He's a human. He's no longer an Aesir.
Respect the law. Tim is late to his pitch meeting, and he totally drops the ball.
Yeah.
He freezes up, and he just doesn't say anything, and he gets fired, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Tanya's on the plane back home because the neighbor called. It was like, I think your husband's going insane and might be trying to kill the baby. And then a song plays by that Samoan guy. I think it's the guy who sings Over the Rainbow, but it's a different song.
Oh.
It sounds like him. And then I guess the baby is nice to Tim now.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Was it just the baby saved him and then now it likes him?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was like he was at that like when Loki was trying to take him, he was like, "Oh, he's trying to save me. Oh, he's not a bad guy."
Yeah.
Respect the lore.
So they're BFFs now.
Yeah.
And he's laying in bed with the baby, which I don't think you're supposed to do.
No, you're
I think that's actually a really dangerous thing. So yeah, Loki sneaks into the baby's room and he summons Odin. And then Odin gives him his powers back. I'm like, well, that was short-lived.
Yeah, like
thought that was going to be
I guess
longer.
it was like a teaching moment.
I guess so. He's like, but you only have him for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You have an hour to retrieve the mask.
There's a funny joke here where he's like, wait, do it again. I like to sync up the times. And they, I was like, that's pretty funny.
Pretty funny. And then the neighbor's being nosy.
Oh, I know what's happening.
Loki turns her into a giant nose.
Nosy neighbor.
Yeah, he has to call it out. He has
Yeah.
to call it out. So yeah, Loki is pretending to be the baby, and then he's pretending to be the wife. Which is horrifying. Then he lights dynamite on his butt.
Yeah.
And he tells him, like, hey, I'm going to steal the baby. You have an hour to get me the mask back. And then he butt blows up and he takes off. Tanya returns home, and I do like Tim thinks it's Loki. He starts beating the shit out of her.
If the nosy neighbor was still a human, she would have been like,
Yeah.
Ops.
Well, that's weird when he's trying to explain everything.
Oh.
He's like, the dog has the mask, there's this, and then the nose neighbor
She's like,
walks
"Hello?"
in. He's like, yeah, just ignore that. Anyway. So he's like,
She got
okay.
turned back to normal.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so Otis is on a date, and he knows where the date is because they mentioned that Otis had the hots for some dog down the street. Tim finds Otis on the date, and we get a dog makeout session. I didn't need that.
No, I did not.
I didn't need a CGI dog making out with another dog.
With a normal dog.
Yeah.
No, that was weird.
That was weird. So yeah, while they're waiting, Loki and the baby show off their powers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just as strong as Loki, if not stronger.
I mean, that is technically his like grandson, technically.
Yeah, and then they play Super Twister.
Yeah.
Tim returns the mask when they're all like tangled up.
Mm-hmm.
But now Loki has become attached to the baby, and he's decided that he also wants the baby. But yeah, he loses the mask because Otis bites his balls. And Tim catches the mask with his face. And again, I had forgotten the previous scene with him. And now that he's the mask again, I went, oh God, bring the baby back. This sucks. This sucks so much.
What if the baby put on the mask? Would the baby be like a super cartoony version?
I don't know what would happen
Yeah,
with
exactly.
that.
They should have done that.
Or would it just have no effect on him? I don't know. So yeah, there's a car chase. A very cartoony car chase.
Like, they should have gone all out for this. Like they should have done like what Men in Black did with the car. Like it should have been going on the walls and leaving.
It really should have.
Like, but it's just
yeah. Instead, the Loki's car rips up the road like a cartoon, and they drive around it, and then he leads them to a stadium.
Yeah,
to box.
It's like there was also another funny scene where he's like, "Where'd he go?" And she's like, "Honey, over there." It's like, "This way, dummy." I'm like, all right,
I guess I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. So yeah, they get into a boxing match. Little Alvy is stuck in a cage, and they're fighting and they're farting. And they're doing more dumb gags. He throws them in a trunk and
farts
whatnot.
in his mouth.
Huh?
Farts in his mouth.
Yeah.
This is secretly a fetish film, I think.
Yeah. Loki uses a pencil, a magic pencil, to draw
Oh,
walls and erase guns and whatnot. Yeah, and they decide, you know what? Let's leave it up to the baby.
Yeah.
We're going to let the baby decide who it wants to go with. And it starts to go toward Loki. And then, what's his face? Tim is like, wait, let me take the mask off.
I'm
and
not who I actually am.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, baby, I love you. Sorry I was a jerk, but you're okay. Yeah, and then the baby. Oh, and Loki transforms into the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. I just remembered that.
That little like baby parasail or whatever, but with like the teeth. And I'm like, that is nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's like Tim Burton type.
That is scarier than anything that was in Beetlejuice. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, this is horrifying. I don't know why any baby would be like, I want to go to that. No.
If they ever made a Beetlejuice 2, I would hope it had something creepy like that in this, but I don't think they're ever going to make a Beetlejuice 2. Because as we know, Michael Keaton's not going to have time because he's the DCEU's new Batman. And after Flash comes out next year in 2022, we're going to be seeing a lot of Michael Keaton Batman again.
2 after.
He better. And I hear they're doing Batwoman.
Batwoman?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure, that'll come out in 2023. We're going to be there day one for that. And
what else are they making? What else is DC doing?
I don't know. I mean, Aquaman 2 is obviously going to open up the door for so many more sequels. The possibilities are endless. I mean, obviously, Zack Snyder's going to come back and they're going to do Justice League 2.
Yeah.
I mean, when Black Adam comes out, I think it's going to bring Henry Cavill back, and we're going to finally see The Rock versus Superman.
No way.
About time.
So.
About time we're getting that Black Adam movie, right?
Yeah.
Been a long time, and I'm sure it's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait. But back to this. It's 2021. The possibilities are endless in 2021.
Oh my goodness.
So Loki tries to kill them with a hammer.
Yeah.
And somehow Jamie Kennedy's super strong.
Yeah, he picks up the wife and the son, and he's just like running and stuff.
And then he
the
like
dog.
holds the
Oh,
hammer.
he holds the hammer up too. Yeah. Maybe residue? Maybe
Is that how that works?
maybe the mass residue still on his face?
I don't know, but Loki's power runs out.
Yeah.
And Odin arrives, and he's just shitting on Loki. He's like, Thor's better than you. You suck. You're a piece of shit. Go to hell.
With one L.
uh-huh.
With one L.
Hell with one L.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tim's like, hey, man, you got to be a good dad. Family's important. Be nice to Loki. And then Odin's like, okay. That's all he
Be
needed.
a good dad. You're right.
What the hell?
That wasn't me.
God, why do you hate the first mask so much?
It's not as good as the second one.
Stop standing for Son of the Mask. People still stay standing in 2021.
You're right. You're right. I will say the Odin design is pretty good. Like his costume.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
Fine.
good for 2004 and
Fine.
a shitty movie.
So yeah, he returns the mask. Loki and Odin go back to Asgard.
Yeah.
And
Also, Asgard's just a throne in space. What the fuck
Yes.
is Asgard?
they're all happy now.
Yeah.
Now there's a new cartoon about a dog and a baby fighting, and they even put Otis and Baby in the motion capture suits. And then we get a really uncomfortable close up of their feet.
Yeah.
That goes on for a while. And I'm like, ew.
This reminds me of Twisted Metal Tree, like the cutscenes.
Oh, the cartoon.
Yeah, the animation reminds me of Twisted Metal 3 and 4. Like
Yeah.
the cutscenes in that. Like it just
Maybe
looks
3.
Like that.
4 had worse animation. I don't know if you remember Twisted Metal 4, but I've always said that the animation looks like stuff you would see at a bowling alley.
Oh yeah.
It's like on par with bowling alley graphics.
Do you have any high hopes for the Twisted Metal series that just got announced?
What?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't. Video game adaptations are not good.
They kind of suck.
Yeah. Apparently, Anthony Mackie's attached to it.
Well, he's gonna be too busy with all the Captain America
Exactly.
stuff.
I'm like, he's gonna half-ass it because he's so focused on Captain America.
I don't know about video game stuff. I think they ruined Sonic by not using the actual design.
That's fair.
And that's why I refuse to see that movie.
Mm.
Yeah. So awkward feet close up. We get to see the cartoon. Everyone's happy, and then we find out Tanya's pregnant again.
Oh boy.
They never made another mask.
Thank God.
The first movie at least got like a cartoon and video games.
Yeah,
They did
yeah.
jack shit with Son of the Mask. That franchise is dead.
I'm actually quite surprised they didn't do like because he was playing Game Boy in the beginning. They didn't do like a Game Boy game.
Maybe they did do a Son of the Mask game, but I don't know.
I don't think.
I'm gonna
so.
see what the director's done since. Let's see.
I think he did nothing. I think I looked it up. He has done nothing.
I'm gonna look it up. Lawrence Gutterman.
Gutterman.
Yes, he has done. Okay, Son of the Mask was the last movie he directed.
Thank God.
He did an episode called Out of Jimmy's Head.
Oh, I fucking love Out of Jimmy's
3
Head.
episodes of Mongo Wrestling Alliance.
I don't know what that is.
And then he has 3 things in development.
What are they?
The Lunch Hour, The Adventures of Buddy Thunder,
Oof.
and TNG. It's something called TNG. What has he produced? He executive produced 2 movies.
Okay.
So Amnesiac and Remember. That movie stars Christopher Plummer.
Oh.
So it looks like he's doing some stuff and like producing. Let's see, is he a writer? No, this is just a producer, director.
Have you ever seen Out of Jimmy's Head?
No.
Oh, it is a Cartoon Network show that is basically a kid goes to like a Disney World place and he gets hit by a train, and they put the creator of the cartoons in his head, so all he sees are cartoons.
Oh.
It's pretty funny.
I'll pass.
I'll
pass.
Just like you passed on Kingdom Hearts?
Yes. I gave Kingdom Hearts 2 shots. I had 2 different girlfriends try to get me into Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, no, fucking done.
Jesus
done.
Christ.
I think I got up to the level with Maleficent, and I just couldn't beat
So
her.
you're near the end of the game. You're literally near it's her and then the final boss.
I got that far in the game?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I couldn't beat her, and the cutscene went on too long. And I was like, done. Done. Just like I'm done with The Mask. Yes, Son of the Mask, it is awful.
Horrible.
Maybe the studio did ruin it in editing, but I can't picture a world where this was ever good. Because the acting's still... I mean, Alan Cumming's trying.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jamie Kennedy, when he's being like the neurotic dad, is fine. But like him as the Mask is abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
The CGI baby sucks. The dog sucks. It just has nothing you like from the first one. It's missing that edge the first one had.
Let me see. What was the original one rated? PG-13.
Yeah.
And this is like PG, right?
I think so.
Exactly.
They really made it more for kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just alienated everyone. It was a movie trying to be for everyone, and it ended up being for no one. Yeah, it sucks. But anyway, I'm glad I finally got you here, Pedro.
Don't ever bring me back, please. I don't want to
I'm going to bring you back. Look, Pedro, you still haven't gotten that job at the Gay Factory yet, so you have a lot of time to review movies with me, okay?
I'm waiting for that call. It's going to happen one day.
It's going to happen one day, but I'm trying to think of like other movies we review. I was thinking Meteor Man could be good.
Meteor Man.
And what about Deep Impact?
Oh.
That would be good. And actually a lot of the stuff in this movie was reminding me of the clown from Spawn.
I love Spawn.
At some point, we're going to have to do the Spawn movie.
Do you remember in Spawn when he's about to get killed and he's like, Wanda?
That was awesome.
That was great.
Let's save it for the eventual Spawn episode.
Yes.
What year that will happen, I don't know. We're still in 2021.
Yes.
Pedro, where can we find you?
Twitter, which is just my name.
It's called Twitter.
Yes, it's called Twitter.
No other name in 2021.
Yeah.
It's called Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mr. Pedro Rocks.
Okay.
That's on everything. So if you want to find me there, you can find me there.
Mm-hmm.
I do nothing else. I need friends. Someone when this pandemic is over, hit me up. I want to hang out with as many people as I can. I need friends.
Are you gonna go to Too Many Games?
Yes, I will be at Too Many Games if it's available. If the pandemic.
I think 2021 there will be a Too Many Games. We're all gonna go to Too Many Games.
Cool.
If you're ever at Too Many Games, mask up and look for Pedro.
Mask up. Wear your video game mask. Yeah, I got Mega Man. It's really cool.
Fun fact, in 2021, I bought that because I went to a place that apparently needed masks, and I forgot. Really? I didn't realize that, so I just went up to a vendor, and I'm like, can I buy your Mega Man mask?
They're like, here you go.
And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Obviously, subscribe here on YouTube. You know, we're doing well here in 2021.
Yep.
If you want to make sure this show makes it to 2025, become a patron on Patreon. Become a channel member. We have a merch store you can find in the description here.
Really nice shirts.
You know, if I ever were to get a cameo, they're very picky about who's allowed on their platform. Cameo is like where you get a celebrity to like do a message for you. Whoa. They're real picky in the year of 2021.
That's crazy.
But if they ever relax their rules for entry, say in 2024 and onward, I think I will make a cameo, and it will be cameo.com/Tony Peluso. My real name, my proper Christian name.
I would get one of those cameos.
You should. You should. And did we forget to do anything? What are we supposed to do on podcasts in 2021? Land acknowledgement. We forgot to do a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are on stolen land. This land belonged to the brave Neshaminy Native Americans. Okay. And Did we do, are we supposed to do like a privilege? I acknowledge that I have privilege. I have white privilege and privilege of being a male.
Being
and
able to work in this studio gives me so much privilege.
It's a privilege,
It's a
and we
privilege.
acknowledge our privilege, and we acknowledge the land that we are on. Okay, I think we did everything we're supposed to do.
I think so, right?
All right, we did a great 2021 episode. I can't wait.
BLM.
Yes, and I can't wait to see you in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.